Would you know how to help someone that's struggling with their mental health? After the break, we'll tell you about an initiative that'll teach you what to look out for. Push to help everyday people learn how to recognize people dealing with mental health issues. And right now we have Reggie Burton, who launched the Mental Health Champion Academy as part of his foundation. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me back.
Of course. No, we appreciate it, especially you're talking about such important topics. Now, you started the Avery Burton Foundation in your son's honor. So could you tell us about your son?
Yeah, absolutely. Avery was a great kid. You know, obviously I'm a very proud father. In 2017, he had just graduated from UNLV with a degree in kinesiological sciences. He wanted to be a doctor, and he always told us he wanted to be called Dr. Burton. And you know, that was his dream until it wasn't. He had experienced a major depressive episode, maybe 2 or 3 weeks right after graduation in 2017. And that began a spiral towards suicidal ideation. And within 2.5 months, he had died by suicide. So that's sort of the origin story and the inspiration for the foundation.
And that's been the catalyst for everything that you've done at this point. So let's talk about your new initiative right now, the Mental Health Champion Academy, because you want to make sure people recognize the signs of people going through what your son did.
Yeah, absolutely. So just a little bit of background. In Nevada, we do not do as well as we'd like when it comes to mental health. In fact, we're either at the bottom or near the bottom in terms of mental health resources, according to Mental Health America. That's not because there's a lack of insurance. It's because you have a situation where 90% of the people that live in our state aren't able to access resources. And the reason is because we have the fewest amount of resources in terms of health disparities, mental health disparity. They call it disparities. And we have more people dealing with instances of mental health crisis than we have professional providers. So we're trying to fill that gap because in most instances, long before someone gets to see a professional, there are signs that a teacher could see, a coach could see, a parent could see. So we want to make it where ordinary people are able to see these signs long before you get to a crisis situation.
And that could really save lives. So the 3 things you guys focus on are the 3 R's. That's recognize, respond, and refer. So they sound very simple, but in practice, it could be a little more complicated than that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is you do better when you know better. And I think for us, it's really about education. It's really about being able to equip, again, ordinary people who are around our young people and around adults as well, and give them the tools to be able to recognize someone that might be in a crisis and then respond, but do it in a way that's compassionate, do it in a way that's with empathy, and do it in a way that's culturally competent. And then also be able to refer that person to that professional and do it in a way that's trustworthy. Because what we find is that people respond better sharing information about their mental health challenges when they have people that they trust.
That'll make a huge difference. Reggie, thank you so much for that. If people want to learn more about the Mental Health Champion Academy or all the work that you do, where can they find you?
Yeah, absolutely. AveryBurtonFoundation.org is the best source to find information. And July 31st, that event was not the end, it was the beginning of our sprint. And we're having conversations with community officials and leaders who want to be a part of what we're doing. Can't really say anything yet, but I hope to be able to talk about those things in the future.
All right, and we'll definitely have you back for sure. So again, AveryBurtonFoundation.org/champion to learn more great skills that we could all really take advantage of. Thank you so much, Reggie.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.